Then suddenly one day, without explanation, he left and moved to Norway. He just up and left and moved all the way across the world. Apparently he's very fond of their water.
That's unfortunate. Does Chevron get to see his father?
Oh no! I washed that man out of my hair years ago. Well, what about you? Are you in that house all by yourself?
Well, sorta. My husband passed some time ago. My daughter's in college. She's studying abroad. She's been all over Europe. But sometimes I wonder if she'll ever come back home.
How wonderful that must be! I know I only have the one, but sometimes that one is crazier than a full hockey team. I'm sure it's just a phase. Oh, really. He is doing this thing where he runs around thinking that he's some airbender or some sort of creature. I can understand him sometimes.
Well, you know, I have plenty of space here, and you two could stop by whenever you would like. Maybe sometime I could make dinner.
Oh, that would be quite nice. I know that Chevron.
I, the Avatar! It's this world and my creator. And yes, my creator shall exist within me as long as I live.
Get off that couch. Your shoes are filthy dirty. For crying in the mud. So, are you going to set plans for this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, so soon? Would Friday work?
Of course.
Hi, Burberry, sweetie. It's Mom. I really wish you would pick up. I'm having dinner later with my new neighbors. You know, the woman and the kid. The kid with the severed doll head hanging around his neck. You know, it's been weird. Every time I've run into town this week, I bumped into that kid. Well, how can I say this? He's odd. Makes me grateful to have you. Well, I hope you're enjoying your travels. Love you, sweetie. Now, let's get this over with. Now, where did I put that cookbook?
And suddenly, one day, without explanation, he left and moved to Norway.
He just up and left? Moved halfway across the world?
Apparently, he was very fond of their water.
That is unfortunate. Does Chevron ever get to see his father?
Oh no, I washed that man right out of my hair. What about you? Are you in that house all by yourself?
Oh, God.
Well, I have not quite. I have two daughters. My eldest, Ampersand, she's in college. And then my youngest daughter, hashtag, well, her father mostly. name sounds a bit like my daughter, hashtag. She was always so creative, making these new worlds. Such an imagination.
I, the Avatar, exist in worlds beyond my creator, and yet my creator exists bound to me as long as I live.
Chevron, get off that couch. Your shoes are filthy. Sure, hashtag has more restraints on her creativity.
I suppose. Her father lives in New York. I think that city just helps feed her creativity. You know, you should come over sometime and see some of the paintings she has sent me. I bet Chevron would love them. Well, maybe not, but you should still come over.
I'm sorry, my son has no manners.
I'm a reflection of you.
You know, I should probably go.
The offer still stands. To see hashtag's paintings?
Oh, of course. I just don't know about this neighborhood. I think I know why the house was priced so reasonably. I mean, my neighbors, well, I think something is wrong with them. That child just runs about all day. He growled at me. He's like some living, breathing cartoon character. The parents? Oh, well, one of them ran off to Norway. Not that I can blame them. Em just seems to avoid actual punishment. I mean, I know zombies are all the rage now, but that's no reason to tell a child who's licking crumbs off the floor that he might need a skull. Yes, that's what she said to him. I did not know how to be in that house. You know, I invited them over to see some of your paintings. A notion that Em seemed to take to very quickly. It was weird. Before I left, she made certain that the invitation still stood. I probably should have made some sort of excuse, but no, of course. I just hope when that day comes, that Chevron kid stays home. What? Oh, okay then, sweetie. We'll talk later.
Chevron, what are you doing? We have to get going.
I don't want to go.
You were very rude to Q the other day. I think it's best that we go over there, look at the paintings, and then you can properly apologize.
All right. I'm gonna hate all the art.
You're going to keep that to yourself.
A fart on you. will soon realize she is pious.
I should have left you at home.
Mother!
Oh.
Yeah, that weird little zombie kid came over today to see your paintings. He didn't like any of them. Oh, but he didn't bite me. Though Em seemed to want to stay for a while. Chevron wanted to leave the moment he walked in the door. You know, I think this was just an excuse to get her out of the house. But of course, Em has to take Chevron with her. Otherwise, he might burn the house down. Hello there, Chevron.
Hello, Q.
What are you playing?
Chopped.
Chop?
You know, it's where you have a bunch of chefs and then they get a secret ingredient in a basket and they have to make something out of it.
Oh, like that TV show.
Today in the basket, they have manatee. It's a pleasant meat because it's pre-tenderized by propellers.
I see.
Last week it was baby panda.
Well, that just got worse. So, are you alone in the house today, Chevron?
No, I'm not allowed to stay home alone. I might set the house on fire.
Well, I figured.
I've heard that.
Why? Is Chevron behaving?
Oh, you know, he's just being a kid.
I think seeing those paintings yesterday really made him warm up to you. Would you like to come over for supper? We're having meatloaf and popsicles for dessert.
You remember how Mima died?
What?
Oh, it's nothing. My mother had popsicles at her house, and Chevron would have them over there.
Oh, I see.
So, dinner?
Oh no!
I had dinner at the neighbor's house tonight. I know, there's still something about them that makes me feel very unnerved. Oh. You know, he was telling me about his dead grandma. Afterwards, he told me about his special type of chopped, you know. I think I pity Em. Having to be alone with that kid day in and day out. I don't think I could have handled it. What? Oh no, sweetie. You were what we call spirited. Okay. All right. Hashtag I love you.
Then suddenly, out of the blue, he just left and went to Norway.
up and left and moved all the way across the world?
Apparently he's fond of their water.
That's unfortunate. Does Chevron get to see his father?
Oh, no. I washed that man right out of my hair. What about you? Are you in that house all by yourself?
I am. It's kind of big for just me, but the price was right. So, what's with the house? Did somebody die in it? Oh, I watch too many horror films.
Yes, maybe. I don't like those kind of films. Real life can be scary enough.
So, where is Chevron? Playing in the yard?
Oh, yes. He has a crazy imagination. Lately, he's been going around saying that he's some sort of airbender or something.
I'm the Avatar, exist in worlds apart from my creator. And yet, my creator exists inside of me as long as I live.
I think he's talking to you. It's time to cut the umbilical cord. Am I right?
So, James, what is it you do for a living?
Well, I'm a police officer to school by day and a superhero by night.
That must be fascinating work.
It can be. It can also be challenging. I mean, you never know if that kid you're after for truancy is gonna pull a knife on you. Times sure have changed. What do you do?
Oh, a little of this and a little of that. I work at home mostly.
Right. Gotta keep an eye on this one.
He seems to like you. He seems to be in the growling phase.
Oh, sure. My niece is the same way. We should get them together and have a play date. Argyle would love it. She has a really hard time making friends on her own. She's always running around scaring the other kids playing zombies.
Yes. Well, I really need to start dinner. And get this one in the bath. You know, I just have the one, but sometimes it can feel like a full soccer team.
Of course, I'll find my way out.
He knows too much.
I think I found our man, or boy. I can sense danger. I gotta move quickly. M? No, I don't think she'll be a problem. It's pretty clear that Chevron is the one in power here. Yeah, I don't think I can refuse the invitation to the play date without seeming suspicious. Now, I'll plan it for a park or something, you know, keep it not crowded. Yeah, you don't want a media frenzy. I know. I'll be more careful this time. I've already had too many casualties.